Hello, Balloongami, and welcome back to the Balloongami podcast. In this episode of episode 34, we are going to be talking about a couple of situations going on, and we're also going to have one topic that is going to get quite controversial, and I might clip it for the Balloongami podcast social media page, and we will also go into the Brisbane Broncos versus Parramatta Eels round two preview of the 2026 season after a absolutely pathetic and embarrassing loss against the Melbourne Storm in the season. In the season opener in Australia at Amy Park, and let's see on how the boys respond from that absolute disastrous loss. So yeah, we will go into that, guys. But if you guys are enjoying the episodes coming in, please give it a like and and subscribe to the channel itself, and also give us some feedback for the YouTube channel itself, and also follow us on for more content on our Instagram, TikTok, and also listen to our uh, episodes on Spotify and also on Apple Podcasts. And yeah, I appreciate you guys and also girls for taking the time of your day or your night or wherever you are watching this. And yeah, I really do uh, I appreciate it, and I hope to get more support and feedback from you guys to improve the podcast and spread the message out more to the club itself. As you can see over here, the club and the board to listen to our message there, and to get some common sense to get this club further through after that round one heavy defeat there. So yeah, I do have some big sorry, not I do have a very questionable message to send out to you guys there, and also girls there. Before we but before we go into that, guys, and also girls, well, I also have to say guys and girls, but you get what I mean. I'm trying to be fairly equal to each sex in that. But anyways, guys, and girls, I keep doing it. People, um, let's get into the first ever topic of the Balloongami podcast, episode 34. As I can see on my notes over here, um, Fallon. So Katie Fallon. So in 2024, she was stuck in a innocent during a Uber Eats situation where she violently harassed one of the Uber Eats workers there when she was trying to search for her food, and she harassed one of the Uber Eats workers there. And if I can have a look at it, it was on the Daily Telegraph here somewhere. Just give me a sec. So yeah, as we can see over here, I'll share the screen up here right now, as my recording is still going good. Thank goodness. Let's see, screen, and there you go, guys. So it says over here, um, it says over here, allow. Oh, hang on a sec, guys. It says over here, footy star learns her fate in court after fight with teenager over food delivery. So this was posted on about like 2 days ago, at 9:50 a.m. NRLW star Kate Fallon has been cleared of assaulting her teenage neighbor following a fight over food delivery. Parramatta Centre Fallon, 22, faced Sydney's Downing Centre local court on Friday after pleading not guilty to assaulting the 17-year-old in July 2024. The teenager claimed she was knocking on doors in a Chifley unit block in Sydney's eastern suburbs in search of a missing $70 food delivery when Fallon attacked her. I wasn't right. I couldn't even walk up the stairs. They had to carry me up the stairs, the youngster previously told the court, but Fallon's barrister Thomas Skinker argued the assault claims were not supported by evidence, pointing to the teen's later testimony that she ran up the stairs. The accounts provided by the 17-year-old and her sister were markedly different. He said, with the sister telling the court she saw the teen held against the wall by her throat, and the claim was not confirmed by the complainant. So it was kind of similar to how Jarrah Hain made those rape cases, and well, the well, well, the woman that he did rape was trying to make up as many stories as possible, and well, I'm quite surprised that uh, the Joe Hain, especially on the Talking Para podcast, hasn't really reflected on it. I think he wants to. I think he wants to keep it on a personal level there, which is fine. But on this situation, it's a little bit like similar to how Hayne like assaulted someone, and then um how can you how can you describe it, um the teenager like started make up stories, and I think now this teenager is starting to drag it out now, and um there's no like confirmed complaint about from the from the witness there. So who had also identified only one altercation where his sister had suggested there were two. Mr. Skinner noted he pushed for the charges to be dismissed, telling the court the allegation on its face is implausible. While the while the prosecutor argued the witness had not been deliberately untruthful. He conceded the court might not find the assault have been proven. Magistrate Lucas Swan said he had difficulty accepting the teenager account given the inconsistencies and her evasive approach to simple questions. I had serious questions about her reliability as a witness of truth. He said the complaint initially said she didn't strike Fallon at all during the altercation, but when pressed, maintained she had acted in self-defense. Clearly, there can be no confusion about a person punching an individual, Mr. Swan said. The demeanor of the teenager and the sister didn't help. With the magistrate, nothing contempt of court proceedings have been raised after they left court without permission during the hearing. He dismissed the charges against Fallon and declined to make an apprehended violence order. Fallon, who was flanked by her family, did not comment as she left court. She has remained on the roster with the Premier since her arrest, and the club has supported her throughout the court proceedings. When the international Fallon was banned from playing under the NRL no fault stand down policy. She played 7 games for us in 2024 and is now poised to return to the NRLW for this season. they, they, there you go, people. Eddie Fallon will return to the NRLW Parramatta team in 2026. Yeah, um, that's very good for us. To have a winger back. I know that uh, some people may have the judgment about Polynesian guys and also girls, and I know that culture and background stories and this and that can maybe cause to a violence and a whole heap of controversy. But look, there's always two sides of the story. Just because either a NRL or a NRLW player causes violence, and when they see the headline and they see this player being Polynesian, then they straight away think, oh well, she's violent. But in fact, and also the truth, she is not violent, and she is not guilty, and therefore, she is now cleared to return to play for us for the NRLW Premier League team in 2026 in a couple of months' time. So there you go, people. She is now cleared, and the saga of her, and hopefully for many other controversies, not only for the women but also for the men's. After the whole Zach Lomax saga has been gone and also over with, we can finally move on and fully focus on the team's news instead of off-field drama. Yeah, we all been through this in 2016 when we had so many horror off-field dramas up until 2018 with the whole salary cap affecting place, with players also having their own dramas, the Semi Raja situation and the Mike Sivo situation while he was over in Fiji and this and that. And hopefully, like, of course, like every single club is going to have the off-field drama, but like, man, oh man, like this off-field season, it kind of like remind me of 2016 when we had that Surrey Cap, and with the old board trying to get the votes in and trying to brainwash Premier fans to vote them back in with, with Mario and his old party coming back. I just hope that this is going to be the last ever time that we're going to have a complete headache and a horror show during the off season for the Premier League. So yeah, well, let's hope that this is the last ever time we're going to have this type of headache and controversy here. So yeah, but look, at the end of the day, guys, we're always going to have this type of drama for every single franchise and every single sport. But I think right now, for the club right now, I think it's enough, and hopefully the players can stay out of boiling hot water, and also and that also goes for the women's as well. Yeah, let's move on from this, guys. Yeah. All right. So on our next list over here, guys, I'm just going to stop sharing this. There you go. Have I stop sharing it? Yeah, I have. Okay, cool. Just making sure. All right. So this is going to be a very, very, very controversial topic to talk about here, guys. And I'm going to say this in a serious tone here, guys. So if some people call me a complete idiot for even questioning uh, about our team about this, then well, fair enough. But in my opinion, And I think that the serious question that we need to talk about, guys, is that does Parramatta regret letting go Ethan Saunders or Sanders or whatever his last name is? Now, if you have watched the Manly Warringah Seagulls in the Canberra Raiders game, and you saw him kick the field goal there out of the blue in Golden Point, he was the only player to take that field goal there, full of confidence in wet conditions at Brookvale Oval, which is a little bit of a tough place to go. Now, going to Melbourne is also a tough place to go, and maybe and I don't want to reach this out, guys, but maybe the club might have some regrets of letting go Blaze Talangi. Look, he has some pretty good running games in his attack there. He had some defensive good moments there, and I know it was his first ever time playing at 5'8", but as everybody knows, it takes one full year for a halfback like Jonah Pezzett, as we all know, that's his main position to play in. And sure, in my opinion, he didn't do uh, nothing too majorly wrong against the Melbourne Storm on Thursday night, and he wasn't too bad. And he was trying to get that attack going there on the left side. But in my opinion, Jonah Pezzett to sign on a 1 year deal and for him to play halfback to the Brisbane Broncos and to already see the signs of that, and that we already know that it's going to take a lot of time, and and we don't have the time for 1 year. Okay, we signed this player to play finals footy. Yeah. Now, if you're going to sign a player to play finals footy, who has played halfback but needs to gel in as a 5'8", it's going to take him for more than a year. That's like putting Dylan Brown at halfback for a year, and yet sending him off to to the Newcastle Knights, which is a little bit of a disgraceful move from the club itself. And if I'm going to be honest, guys, I think that the club should have a hard look at themselves of missing out on a couple of those forward key signs there, like Keon Matangi and maybe Payne Haas there, as well, as I've been yelling out for so long that we need to get some depth for our forwards there. But like, still, I I just was having some high hopes of letting go Dean Hawkins, Josh Ling, um, and many others going, along with Blaise Salungi and Ethan Saunders, as I mentioned before. I had high hopes that okay, well, maybe they are all don't matter, and Jonah Pezzett could be a real benefit for giving much more time for Lorenzo Talentar to be suited in at a halfback there, and also Josh Papali at 5'8", who hasn't even played New South Wales Cup. So if you're gonna sign Jonah Pezzett for 1 year, just give Josh Papali much more time, which it's going to give him for more than a year to really gel into that 5'8" spot. Like, it's not a very easy um, uh, position to learn about when you're a fullback or a winger. Yeah, okay, he does have the running game there, but the kicking game, it's just it's still not right. at the moment, and it's still not NRL standards. Like, he's not the running half as what Dylan Brown was when he reached his peak in 2022, and it's going to take a very, very, very long time, in my opinion, to find that peak halves gelling combination there. If Jonah Pezzett is going to continue on to play like this in 2026, and this is possibly another reason why that I had that I had us missing out on the top eight, and many other Parramatta fans say, "What, you had us missing out on the top eight when we have such a young talented side?" Well, yeah, well, we're signing Jonah Pezzett for 1 year, and we're trying to rely on our young forwards there, which are not even some of our players from last year have not even learnt from that big heavy loss to go into this game. So after all of those individual great performances and working together as a team, yeah, you've you letting go all of those individual efforts and just falling apart with hesitation, no communication, and just absolute just pressure and frustration going into this game, just willing to absolutely just wrestle the Maelstrom, which is what they want us to do to them. We fall for them mind games, and we didn't even plan to have such good self discipline control to think on the common sense that we needed to weaken down this rookie depleted Melbourne Storm full pack that every single team knows on how to beat. All right, but we didn't do it. We didn't target down Harry Grant. We didn't communicate with the team, and I, uh, like I said, like we can't always rely on Mitchell Moses or either Joe the Pizzet, who was trying to learn this 5'8" role and needs to get it right um, immediately before the end of the season in order for us to play finals footy in 2026 this season, not next season when Josh probably is about to learn on his second year as a 5'8", which we don't know if that's going to be good enough to be a NRL standard, right? And sure, you got Lorenzo Talenta, but what are you going to do with him? Put him at a 5'8", where that's also going to take him for a year to convert from a halfback to a 5'8". So like we're just pushing back our chances to end the drought like for a couple more years now. So is our premiership window really coming in close? It and that's another big question to come through, because if we're not going to get a 5'8" to be perfectly gelling in with Mitchell Moses, who is getting older now, and who the heck is going to step up to be that our ideal 5'8" ever since we had that 2022 Dylan Brown, when he has led with Mitchell Moses to us in the 2022 grand final, and that was a chance. And it was all because of Braff. He stuffed up with the bench rotation there, and now Jason Rolls is starting to build a decent bench. And sure he does. And sure he does have some promising young guns coming through, but we need some more experienced mid-20 forwards there. Jack DeBellin is not it. And Junior Bolo is also getting old, and sure, he is still decent, but this is the issue that I've been mentioning before, and yet people on the Parramatta Eels Instagram page have been arguing, sorry, I can't even speak, have been arguing with me, saying that, oh, well, Parramatta didn't even want them. Well, do you reckon that they need him now? After seeing the early signs, okay, I do get that it is round one, and I am overreacting, and I am ranting all over again. But like, still, guys, think about it. All right, sure, we have a great foundation coming up for our future, for the club, but we got to think about the success. We still got to think about the 40-year drought, guys. Okay, we got to keep the reputation and the legacy of the club alive. It's been nearly for more than 40 years, and yet the Canberra Raiders nearly ended their year drought. Even the Wars cannot even be the next franchise. And if we don't do something soon, and I don't want to overreact, and I don't want to sound like a complete retard or a fake fan, but maybe even the Gold Coast with Josh Hannay, and I also get that they got hammered by the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks in round one by 50 to by 50, I think 50 points to 10, also away. But still, like, what if like our 5A plan doesn't go well, and yet Josh Hannay, sorry, and yet Josh Hannay, um, can get something going because uh because the board is back him, and this is not all of Jason Roll's fault. All right, he doesn't always make the decisions to get players like Keelan Kelamatungi and also Payne Haas. It's our recruitment issue that has gone a little bit soft on how it used to be uh, back in that premiership window from 2019 to 2022, when we had one of the best ever recruitment windows in the franchise for quite a while. And now it's gone a little bit quiet. I mean, the last ever great recruitment that we have had was, well, maybe bloody Jason Rolls, but uh, that's just the coach. But player wise, I think, in my opinion, the last ever great recruitment that we have ever had was when like was when we had Isaiah Iongi, like Joris Papali, and all of these young players, and now we're just fading away from that. Like, why are we getting these old heads now? Like, okay, like I get it that he is trying to get some experience in, but look, I won't go too harsh on Jason Rolls, since this is his second year trying to rebuild on the club, and I think this plan has not worked out that well, and I think he has to go back to plan A, and that he needs to try again. It's and if he does try very hard to find the right mid 20s players, but the board doesn't back him, then we seriously need to ask some serious questions about the board. Because if we don't, then I honestly think that I think we need to sack bloody uh what, what's his name, Mark O'Neill. Yeah, Mark O'Neill. He needs to be sacked. Uh, because yes, sure, he is doing a great job on the juniors, but still, in my opinion, we still need to find that successful mid 20s player that can make the roster gel together and go forward as what the Bulldogs are doing at the moment. Less with the Lock and Galvin crappy experiment that they're still going with, which is a little bit how you're going with Matt Burton and that, but still, like, they had something going in 2025, and they look to like premiership favorites. I'm not saying that we should go into the finals and two, but still, in my opinion, guys, I still reckon that we need to find success in the roster. And even Saunders and Blaze Talungi, if we would have kept them, especially with the money that we would have had, and now with the whole Zach Lomax thing, leaving it there, we could have just left this whole Zach Lomax thing behind, or we could have just reassigned his players, letting go Dean Hawkins, and could have just kept maybe we could have just kept maybe even Saunders for a little bit much more longer. Since Blaze Talungi, to be fair, he did want it to go, but like even Saunders, like man, like man, I'm really asking some questions onto why we don't have any more great uh, backup 5'8s there. And if you look at the SG ball team at the moment, which other 5'8 do we really have in the SG ball team? I mean, we got Lincoln, we got Lincoln Fletcher in the SG ball team. Just give me a sec, guys. So we've got Cameron Bamblett, which looks like a promising 5'8. But how long is it going to take for him to to get promoted to New South Wales Cup? That's the thing, um, or either Jersey flag. So yeah, um, and the thing is, does he have a very good defensive game consistently as what Daniel Brown has coming through our system when he started coming through our young pathways? I believe at the start, I could be wrong. I think came through. Uh, just I think in 2016 or 2017 he came through our young system. I could be wrong, but Dylan Brown. Um, as much as I hate as much as I hate to say it, guys, and as much as we want to crap talk about him being the $30 million man at the moment, and I know it is round one, but it's not looking good. It is not looking good at the moment, guys. Okay, you really need to take this into consideration, but Jonah Pezzett needs to step up right now, or we can kiss our chances of playing finals footy this season, and maybe for the next couple of the seasons, highly possibly goodbye. Because at the moment, if we're going to rely on him like he's worth more than Dylan Brown, then man oh man, oh boy, what has this board done? Like, man, like our recruitments are, and especially Brian Kelly, after seeing him and Sean Russell to be letting go by the end of the season. I'm sorry to say this, guys, but we really need to start questioning about the recruitment of the board, and also the and also backing the support of Jason Rolls, because look, guys, like there's many other franchises that have been in a situation who has a very good ideal coach, but the board is not backing the coach uh, to target these type of ideal players to fill in those positions to improve and to get this absolute old head mediocrity vibes in this roster to go forward, and to also benefit much more better and to give much more time for the players in need um, for those roles when they are ready to be needed in the moments that we need them crucially to get the points to play finals footy. But unfortunately, this season, guys, I think I might be right. I think we might be falling short uh, of finals footy if we keep on playing like this and if we keep on showing up with this attitude lo- like this. But man, and man, like bro, Jack DeBellin, uh, I hope tomorrow he is going to be dropped because if not, then I'm going to ask some serious questions about this, guys, because I am absolutely just sick and tired of just having so many old heads and just having the roster just being so mediocre and that and as I said, it's not Jason Roll's fault. It's the but it's some of the board's fault that they haven't recruited well. Yes, they can win court cases and this and that, but that's not a good off. But that's not a good enough excuse to not have ideal mid 20 players to go after like Payne Haas or either Keon Kilamatungi that South Sydney has stolen Payne Haas for a replacement, and yet we haven't even replaced it like um like a long term forward pack roster. Yeah, sure. Jack Williams is decent, and yeah, sure. We got Kit Kat and we got Iongi and all of these young players coming through, and Jason Rolls has done a very good job on that. But it was the board that they need to step up to improve the roster, and they absolutely choked it. All right, it's on the board. It's not on Jason Rolls, so don't get my word twisted, guys. I am still backing Jason Rolls, no matter what. But the board, they need to step up their game, and I know that I keep on repeating myself, guys, but still, like the board needs to start asking some questions right now, saying that, hey, I think we might have stuff up these recruitments here, and I think we need to do exactly on how Jason Rolls did when he signed Dylan Walker from last season, and also Talent Da Silva, which is which he still needs to work on his communication and his decision making since he is still hesitating, but still at the moment, I still reckon that a mid-season signing will save this recruitment window for the season and could also get a higher chance for us to play finals footy. So let's see on how that goes, and let's see on how the team list goes for tomorrow. But we will go into the preview here, guys, in a sec. But yeah, like I can't even name another 5'8" when Dylan Brown has first joined us in 2018, where he first started with us at Jersey Flag, and yet from then, he was this high potential, talented player that can step up and take us to the next level there. But when Jason Rolls came in, he absolutely just he wasn't the same player on how he was from 2022. I mean, he was still pretty decent in 2023. I still remember that man of the match performance there against South Sydney when he absolutely just pulled the pants down there. And like, we need a 5'8" like that. And I don't know if Jonah Pizzett at the moment, after round one, as I said, it's still early, but I don't know if he is going to make those grubber kicks there, or if he is going to have that running game there, or to have a structured defensive game plan there, and to hold up big plays there and just to keep us in the game there and just to stop the momentum shifting over, especially when we're going to verse the Brewers and Broncos being all fired up after that humiliation and poor and slow uh, performance there against the Panthers there, and I think they will be looking to really find the basics there and just outsmart us there easily there, and just not underestimate there and just not underestimate us while still playing back at home, just to make sure that they don't get the pants pulled down there, as well they did against the Panthers there what, once again. And after the whole disappointment with the World Club Challenge there, I do believe that Madge will be trying to get our we're trying to get some revenge against us there after from last season. So yeah, Jason Rolls really needs to really belt into these plays here. Sorry, into the boys, and he needs to get Mitch and Moses to spray at every single player who has let us down and who has not gotten our captain involved in the game, and that he really needs to punish those boys to really get fired up and to lock in into the season, because round two, the season starts now. The season starts now. If we lose in round two, then boy oh boy, we got some more serious questions to ask about, and I hope we don't go there, because I still back Riles and also our captain. And look, some people may say, well, Moses, look, I think in my, I think the timing of this rebuild may have gone a little bit too late, and maybe Mitch Moses he's getting a little bit older, and maybe he's peaked a little bit too late, and he's going to be like Daly Cherry Evans, where okay, he can play consistently well, but they can't play finals footy or either get near the premiership or be as good as what they used to be in that in that mid 2000s NRL era. But well, I hope we don't come to that conclusion on how Manly are going at the moment. So yeah, let's see on how that goes. But yeah, let's hope that Jonah Pizzett can improve on his defensive structure there, and that he can step up his game. So anyways, I'm gonna go in the preview right now because I am just repeating myself. I'm I'm just repeating myself multiple times here, guys. So I do apologize for that, but I just have to get this message out here, guys, because this is something that really needs to be discussed here, because there are so many Parramatta fans that want to see the positive here, but it can't always be the positive there. We need to put some we need to put some common sense into the club to make sure that they are consistently backing up the performances from training, especially what Sam Moa is trying to do. And during the press conference, he has blamed some of the coaching staff. So has Sam Moa failed yet again to deliver the defensive structures performances from the off field there onto the on field season? I will say 50% of it is his fault, but still, for the players and for the whole roster there, there's going to be something going on there, because I just don't think that with a fully fit Moses that he can let this slide or even let this happen, and Mitchell Moses will be absolutely disappointed with his team there. So I don't think it is fully on Sam Moore on or on the other coaching staff there, but yeah, we'll see on how they go with um, during the training session there, leading up to also on Thursday night. Once again, I will be doing my review there, recorded there. So yeah, so I have so just have to look out for that one there, guys, and also girls there. I said them on again, people, and yeah, let's get into the preview there of our mighty Parramatta Eels against the Brisbane Broncos at Suncorp Stadium. Okay, so as we go up against against the Brisbane Broncos, same day, same time, also away once again. So this time we take two, and hopefully we will go better. Head to head here, guys. Since 1998, the stats say over here playing 53 matches here. We have won surprisingly 27 to 26 times, and both of these sides do go back and forward here. Now the Broncos have last defeated us there in 2024. We looked like we were very promising there, but we came out there short. Man, oh man, in 2025 with a rookie coach and a whole brand new side to score less than what we did against the Melbourne Storm last year. I'm hoping that we can hold up that 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 performance there against the Broncos there in round two. Our point score here, guys, we have scored 4 points there. However, we have conceded 52 against them. Oh wait, sorry, no. They haven't scored any points yet. The Brisbane Broncos. So we have scored a try, but conceded 52 in that. And our completion rate is a little bit better. So our form is a little bit similar as what the Brisbane Broncos are at the moment. So this could potentially be a grudge match here. By our tackle efficiency, surprisingly, after letting 52 points is still managed to be a higher percentage as the Brisbane Broncos, who only conceded 26 points, but fairly scored stuff for at home. So yeah, but average play the ball speed. As we said, as I said in the review against the Melbourne Storm, our ruck speed was absolutely just poor, and it's no surprise that the average play the ball speed was way more better since they didn't really hesitate too much since they were trying to get back into the game, but the errors in the discipline there, and I think the communication class there and the structure from the Parent Panthers there just outstriking them, and that just tells you that the Parent Panthers are on another level, and I have predicted them to win the premiership in 2026. It's so that's a good start for my prediction there for this year's premiers. Unfortunately, as much as I don't want to see the Parramatta Panthers win the premiership again, but yeah, win at this venue, 59% there from the Brisbane Broncos, and from us, 45% there, 13 out of 29, 179, sorry, 176 from 300. Wins overall, 54%, 48%, and yeah, and I think that we need to shut down Reece Walsh the same way as what the Parent Panthers did. And if we can do that, then Reece Walsh will go absolutely just nowhere. And we need to keep our line speed as controllable as possible because, yes, sure, we do have a very good line speed, and it can get a little bit out of control where the frustrations can come in. Just eating our own mistakes there and just letting in points there and just letting the frustration get to our minds there and we lose concentration and then our whole game plan just collapse and then we look like a bunch of clowns. So let's hope that we can shut down players like Reece Walsh, Payne Haas, and Patrick Harrigan. And if we can do that, and just get Riley Smith there, just to keep the defensive game plan, just keep on going there while exchanging with Talon Da Silva, which I'm hoping he will step up. Which I know it's a little bit of a big ask, and some people may say that I'm a little bit harsh of Talon Silva at the moment, and I know he is still young, but still, um, like if the statements have been true of him that he has improved from last season during the off season, then he needs to show it. All right, this is the time that he needs to show it. All right, he failed to show it against the Melbourne Storm. I know we are coming up against the Premiers, but we have still defeated them from last season. So there is no excuses if he doesn't show it against the Broncos. So if we don't show it against a team who has not even scored in the season yet, then my God, I am going to rip apart on some players over here. Let me tell you that, and I don't care if I sound like so harshly or one of the most harshest Parramatta Eels fans in 2026 at the moment. But I'm sorry, but like I want this club to succeed, and as a fan, and also seeing my dad just suffocating there, just being so bored of just waiting for the premiership drought just to end, and all of those Parramatta Eels fans that I keep seeing on social media who have been watching this club since 1986, and you all know who you are. I'm pretty sure all of your fans who have been watching this club since the 80s are absolutely just depressed. Well, not depressed, but like just sick and tired of this saying mediocrity, saying it's our year, and yet this 50 to crappy bull crap just happens, and year after year after year after year, and just ruin our legacy and our reputation and the promises for our fans. The time is now, boys. Come on, man. All right, you got Moses there. He's not getting any more younger. If you don't show him right now, then you don't deserve, or you are either not fit to wear the shirt. Okay, so please, if you are fit enough and if you want to play for this club, wearing the James Hardy sponsor with the iconic blue and gold pattern for our. I know that we're not playing in the home jersey, but still, this is the season that we are playing in the gold jersey. Come on. We have a dedicated fan base who travel so far with the banners, with the money, with the time, and with our Parramatta Eels podcasters, especially me talking para, the couple and fro, and many other Parramatta Eels podcasters out there are putting our hearts and souls into this to speak the message out there to the ball itself to let you guys know you cannot let us down again as what you have done in round one. So please don't do it again. Please do not let us down. Don't do it again, please. This is the moment that you step up. I know that I'm putting a lot. I know that I'm putting a lot of pressure on the boys, but there are no more excuses and there is no more hiding. All right. So please step up, boys. Please do it. Come on, guys. Come on. But let's get into our predicted team lineup here. So at fullback here, I am going to go, and if he is fit to play, I'm going to go with Isaiah Iongi. I'm pretty sure he is fully fit to play after coming off for the HIA in the first half. Even though that player who has caused him to put a HIA, he should have been suspended. But I'm not sure if he has been suspended or has lost in court. On the wings there, I think Brian Kelly is going to be dropped. As from what I heard from rumors that there are going to be 3 or 4 changes to the side. So I'm gonna have, and this is gonna be a little bit big here. I'm gonna have on the wing there. I think so. It was Sean Russell who was playing on the left side. John. I'm gonna have Jordan Sam Ronnie, who played very good in Jersey Flag, on the wing there with Sean Russell in the centres. At number 4. Oh, sorry, no. Wait. Hang on. So Sean Russell, I think he plays on the left side or on the right side. No, I think he plays on the. Yeah, I think he plays on number 4. So I have Sean Russell pairing up with Bay Bailey Thompson and have Penasini pairing up there with Sam Riney there. Two bulky backlines there with a lot of strength, and then you have the speed on the right side there. So that is a perfect balance there for the backline there. And then you have 5'8" there, still Joe Napizza there, and with our captain there, Mitchell Moses. For the full pack there, I got unfortunately Jermaine Hopgood there being ruled out with a disgraceful with a disgraceful suspension there for 1 to 2 weeks. I don't know why he has been suspended. I get why that it was high, but if you look back, if you look back on the replay there, people. He collided with his head there with Alex McDonald there, accidentally. Yeah, he collided with Alex McDonald there accidentally, which that was a high, but to be rolled off for a sin bin, like really, like come on, people, like in my opinion, like that just speaks more biasism against the Premier League. What once again, after we have won the court case there and the Mill Storm, typical them, paid the referees to get one of the players there suspended and to get us defeated by 50. I'm not blaming the referees for our loss. I am still blaming the players and some of our fault that we have let in that disgraceful and pathetic and embarrassing performance there against the Middle Storm. But yeah, he will be off, and coming in to replace him, I'm gonna say I'm not sure if Sam Tuivasa is gonna be fully fit because he was injured. I think so. Oh man, who would you put at front row there? Oh man, well, Luca Moretti, he was a little bit hey going there in Jersey Fleck. It wasn't uh like he wasn't like explosive on how he is off from the bench or how he is from back row or either at lock. But I think for prop there, and I think I accidentally just muted the mic there. So hopefully that you guys can still hear me and that the mic quality is still going good. As I said, Riverside is going to take a little bit of time. Hopefully, it won't take too much time as what Jonah Pizzi is trying to learn from 5'8", but we'll see on how it goes. Hopefully, so far so good, and that the recording is going good. And that I don't need to record this 1 hour episode all over again, but I will get it over with since we are getting to that 1 hour mark there. So apologies for that, for rambling on a little bit too much. But yeah, let's get back to the episode here. So for my prop, I'm trying to think. So teams, uh, who who we have to replace? Hmm, maybe Charlie Guymer to play prop row, or you may as well just push Jack Williams back at front row there again, since that's our only option there. Or you possibly maybe put Jack DeBell in there, but like, uh, is he going to maybe fix his defensive issue as what Jason Rolls tried to fix with Jermaine Hopgood there, converting from him from lock to front row there. Maybe he will do that with Jack DeBellin. Who knows? So you do have some options there. Um, so I think I hope he doesn't do this, and I hope that he is going to and I hope that he is going to prove me wrong. But I think he is going to put Jack DeBillon a front row there with Junior Bolo. I hope that he gets dropped there, Jack DeBillon, since I have no confidence of him just moving forward after that pathetic performance there against the Melbourne Storm. But we'll see on how he goes. Because, like, is it really any other, like, great starter to really start on there with Kit Kat? Maybe Charlie got Guymer there, maybe Matt Dory, but there has been some injury concerns with him with his HIA there against the Melbourne Storm there um in during the first half there. So I am hoping that he will be fully fit to start somewhere on the bench there and come on as a very big impactful player there. As we all know, Ryan Madison will be nowhere to start for the squad there. Uh, but Sam Tuivasa, I'm not too sure if he is going to start on the bench there. But if he does, he might be injured, and there might be some late changes there. So who knows? But yeah, I'll have Jack DeBillon as of the number 10 spot there, or sorry, the number 8 spot. My bad, and I'll have Riley Smith as number 9, Low as 10, 11 as Kit Kat, and then 12, sorry, no, as Jack Williams, sorry, and 12 as Kit Kat, also known as Kition Kartoga. And at lock, man, at lock, I think you have to put Di- uh, Dylan Walker there, or maybe you bring in or maybe this is the chance maybe that he might risk Matt Dory there. Who knows? So there's a few interesting decisions to make there from Jason Rolls to either put Dylan Walker at lock, and then you bring on Talon da Silva on that number 14 jersey there, and then you put 15. I'm going to say 15. I'll say if he does put Maduri there as at lock, I think you bring back Charlie Guymer there, and then you possibly maybe for for debut. Oh, maybe for debut. Um, maybe for debut. Tegan Brown maybe, uh, but I doubt that he will be starting. Since I do think after seeing him in Jersey Flake, he was pretty good, but I still feel like he needs to have a little bit much more time. So I think in a couple more weeks he will debut, but I will be very surprised that if he does. If he does debut straight away, well, I will not be surprised, but I will be kind of surprised that he will debut this early on in the season, since I had him to debut against the Canterbury Banks and Bulldogs at home. So, yeah, we'll see on how that goes. Oh, well, we still got Kelmo Tuolungi there. So, Talon Silva, Charlie Geimer, Kelmo Tuolungi, 17 spot. Um, if Sam Tuivasa is fit, you can put him there. Um, Man, do you put Luca Moretti? Do you finally get Luca Moretti to play his first ever first grade game of 2026 after his rehab there? Maybe, and if so, I will be very happy for him to play his first ever game, and hopefully we can see him to fire up and to really explode and spark that little stallion um para, sorry no, big runs there. When he does get the runs there, um throughout attack, and also fix up his defense there when possibly coming on there with Charlie Geimer there. And for the 18 man there, I think you have to put in, man, Josh probably as of the 18 man there. Like we don't have the much like possible things to really put in there as the 18 man. Maybe you put in I don't know, like there's no other player to really be a perfect ideal player there for the 18 man there, since we are coming in shorts. We we are coming in short of numbers there, so unfortunately Josh probably cannot play another game of New South Cup there uh at 5'8", unfortunately. So yeah, I saw. I just remembered that I accidentally just said that John Sam Riley played in Joseph Legg. No, he didn't. He played in New South Wales Cup. My bad. But yeah, as you can see over here, guys, he didn't play as a 5'8" there. It was uh Upper Trindle. He wasn't a bad there halfback, but in Joseph Legg, not sure if he did play. I don't think he didn't. No, he didn't play. It was Cade Moljali who played at 5'8" there. But yeah, man. Like as I said, going back to my previous topic there, like if we're going to if we're going to be short of numbers there, and if we're not going to get like good, reliable, or quality mid 20 uh depth forwards there, or either have a great 5'8" depth there for the Premier squad there, then I I reckon this 5'8" plan is just going to be a complete waste, because Josh probably is already wasting his time just being placed as the 18 man just to come on there for a couple more minutes there. And yes, I know that he is still and yes, I still know that he is still training and learning as a 5'8" uh, behind the scenes during training still, but that's still no difference on converting that onto the field itself. So yeah, um, let's see on how we go in round two, guys. I am just hoping that our discipline and that our game plan and that our line speed is going to be much more control. Is going to be much more controllable there, and that our attitude and our communication and most importantly our completion sets can just um, can can just be completed, and just focus on the basics there, and don't play the mind games there from the Brisbane Broncos, because if we do concede penalties there, or either have silly fundamentals errors there, just like from last week there, then it is all going to go down as a corpuscle there. We may have a good start, but we can't get over uh but we can't get over uh, uh, ahead of ourselves, and we cannot go to sleep like that. We need to keep consistently lock in every single set, communication by communication, set by set, play by play, every single move, and every single time we touch the ball, and we call out for the ball, and we structure our plays. We need to keep on moving on every single movement, pushing forward for the jersey and for the fans. Hashtag back back the badge. Hashtag Blonga Army. Hashtag in roles we trust. And that will do for episode 34 of the Blonga Army podcast. I know that this is a little bit of a stretch of the episode for the Blue Garmin podcast, but I just had to get um, um, this concern out there for you guys. If you guys have enjoyed this long hour episode, please give it a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel itself, and also follow us on many other social media platforms there for more content on Instagram, on TikTok, and also listen to us more on Spotify and also on Apple Podcasts itself. And make sure to give us more feedback and also supportive um, following there um, to see on how we can improve on the podcast much better to get the message out there and also the content there to show it to the club itself. As you can see over here, as I mentioned it in the beginning of the episode there, and that will do there for us in episode 34 of the Blue Garment podcast. As of always, um, Para proud, blue and gold never folds, and as I always say at the ending of these episodes, go Para!